Hi, I'm Bill Berry. Welcome to my desert adventures. I was having dinner with a couple of friends, my neighbor David Hertz and his friend Bob Calabrese, when I had mentioned that I'd been out to the San Andreas Fault in the Coachella Valley many times. Both were really interested and wondered if we could go out and look at some of the clues that show where the San Andreas Fault is. This episode highlights some of the things that Bob and Dave got to see. The three of us headed out to Briska Palms early in the morning. We took my truck and tried to get out there in time to see the sun just coming up. Briska Palms is a location where the San Andreas Fault actually splits into two faults. The palm trees are there because of the water that is pushed up as a result of the way the fault has formed along the line. We're less than a mile from the Sun City Palm Desert, which is a housing complex of over 5,000 homes. But most of the folks don't even recognize that this little palm oasis exists. From here, we headed off to our next stop. We drove along the base of the Indio Hills and headed out to Ramon Road, and then made our way up into the entrance to Coachella Canyon. The entrance to Coachella Canyon is quite deceiving. It looks like a barren desert, but if you walk up into the canyon just a little ways, you encounter a palm grove that has almost 1,000 trees in it. It's pretty amazing, and it's all a result of the actions of the San Andreas Fault, which is that boundary between the two continental plates. We walked a short distance up Coachella Canyon until we encountered the first palm trees. From there we looked around the canyon. You could see the way the earth was folded in some of the cliffs, and it was really a great opportunity to see the impact of the San Andreas Fault on the Indio Hills. Well, from there we headed to Thousand Palms Canyon, where I gave them a view of the Willis palms, the water flowing down the canyon, and all of the palm trees in the Thousand Palms area. The San Andreas Fault, because of the way the Pacific Plate has moved, has created a dam of sorts that forces the water to the surface along the fault line. So throughout the Indio Hills there are many palm groves which have grown as a result of this water. They've been there for hundreds of thousands of years. The Indio Hills were formed by the San Andreas Fault almost 4 million years ago, which has given these species of palm trees the opportunity to really establish themselves where the water comes to the surface as a result of what the San Andreas Fault has done. This video highlights that intersection of the two continental plates forcing that water up. You can see a clear line that delineates the North American plate from the Pacific plate, and I'm flying right along it. Dave, Bob, and I had a lot of fun exploring the San Andreas Fault along the Indio Hills. It really showed itself off, and it was a beautiful day. Well, that pretty much sums up our day looking for the San Andreas Fault. It made itself clear, and let's just hope we don't have any big shakers.